All right. Ooh, we are recording. Great. So welcome everybody. I think everybody has been before, but I always start out with the same reminder of really pay attention to your body. Our bodies change from day to day and week to week. And last week you might have been full of vim and vigor and done the whole class standing up. And today you might be a little more energy and want to be down, or maybe something hurts. So just modify. I'll try to give modifications as I can, but it's really up to you to take care of your own body. These are not ideal chairs here in person that have these arms on them that we can whack ourselves on, but maybe if you're home and seated, try to sit in something without a chair. And so we're without a chair, without arms. Thank you. Try to hover. Yeah, exactly. I like it. I like it. And so we're going to start out today. Let me spotlight. Great. So we're going to start out today just with a tapping meditation. We've done this before, some of you that have been coming to class for a while. And so there's, maybe you're familiar with EFT. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique. It's based on Chinese medicine. It's based on acupressure points. And so I'm just going to run through the points so that you can see them. And then we'll go through a few rounds of it, and I'll be saying a script, and you can just let my words become your words. And if they don't quite resonate, change it in your mind that it does fit. It's just a way of kind of decreasing some stress and becoming present in our body. And as always, with anything we do in this class, nothing should cause pain for you. So for instance, the first point is here on the side of the hand, and we'll be tapping on that. If you have arthritis in your hand and it like really spikes the pain, don't tap in a different place, or tap on the other hand, or air tap. Imagine that you're tapping. Nothing should hurt. So let's go through the points. So you gently make a fist with one hand, either hand, doesn't matter. And then at the base of the pinky, it's called the karate chop point. And you can tap that one hand or one finger, a couple of fingers. And that's the first point. We have it on both hands. Sometimes you can get fancy and tap both of them together to activate the points. The next one, a lot of people here and online are wearing glasses. So you might take your glasses off or just move them so they don't get in the way. The first point on the face is on the inner edge of the eyebrow. And you can tap one side, you can tap both sides. So find your eyebrow, and then it's on that inner edge. And then follow the eyebrow to the outside, and then on the temple tapping. And then find that big bone under the eye. So you're not on the eyeball, you're under the eye. And then under the nose and that little crease. And then under the lip on your chin. And then on either, find your big sternum, the big chest bone there, and then right on either side of that. And then lift a wing, and on the side, lift the other wing, on the side, and then on the top of the head. So you don't have to memorize those, because you'll be watching me, and I'll be walking you through it. And so the way that tapping works is, this is kind of designed to bring any stress down, that you might turn that dial down. So it just first starts out, the first round is always just acknowledging any tension, stress, anything like that. And then we start moving through it and the statements become more neutral and then end up being more positive. So if you can sit with your feet flat on the floor, you might have to scooch forward in your chair to do that. And then just start tapping on one of the karate chop points. Doesn't matter which one, you can do this one if you like to do both of them. Take a long, slow, deep inhale. Full exhale. And as I said, just let my words become your words and alter them if necessary. Even though I'm feeling some stress right now, I'm open to the possibility of finding some calm. Another deep breath. Even though there's a lot happening in life and it feels challenging at times, I'm open to the idea of releasing some tension. Coming to the inner edge of the eyebrow, I'm feeling a lot of pressure and tension. Moving to the outer eye on the temple, sometimes I notice a sense of overwhelm. Coming under the eye on the bone, I carry this tension in my body. Coming under the nose, I can feel this stress in my muscles. Coming to the chin, I'm finding it challenging to manage everything sometimes. And now coming to the collarbone, either side there, there's a lot happening in the world. It feels heavy at times. Under the arm on one side, becoming aware of this stress. Other arm, naming this stress, bringing it into awareness. Coming to the top of the head, noticing this tension that I carry with me. Now coming back to the eyebrow, I'm ready to release some of this stress. Coming to the side of the eye, recognizing this tension in my body. Under the eye, I can see the impact this is having on me. Coming under the nose, I'm open to the possibility of releasing some of this tension. Coming under the chin, even if it's just a little bit, I'm willing to let go. Collarbone, deep inhale. Full exhale. Under the arm, softening the muscles in my body. Other side, releasing tension in my mind. Coming to the top of the head. It's safe to explore, having a sense of ease. Eyebrow, open to releasing resistance. Side of the eye, creating space for calmness in my mind. Under the eye, creating space for calmness in my body. Under the nose, open to moving through life with more ease. Chin, trusting my ability to handle what comes my way. Collarbone, long, slow, deep inhale. Full exhale. One more inhale. Exhale. Side, tapping into my resilience. Top of the head. Willing to let go of some stress, finding paths to calm. And just bring your hand down and just tune your attention in. And check in and see how those points feel. Are they vibrating and tingly? If you tapped on one side, do you notice a difference from one side to another? And slowly opening your eyes and coming back. And so doing something like that can be, a lot of us are walking around just carrying a lot of tension, so it actually can be really helpful to just name it and then be willing to soften and allow a little bit. And so Qigong is wonderful for that. So we are going to start with some movements and some breathing and some sounds. And this is a great way to just release anything that's feeling stuck. And so let's start just by doing some tapping on the chest and still letting people in from the Zoom room. And deep inhale. And then exhale out like you're blowing out candles. And again. And one more time. Okay, so we're going to start with the 3 movements of the spine. So hands are going to start face up in your lap. And if your shoulders allow you, your hands are going to float up. Wrists are going to turn over. Hands go up and look up. And as you're doing, you're slightly arching your back. And then as you come down, exhale down and lean slightly forward. So back and forth like that. Inhaling up, stretching, arching, exhaling down. We're not really tucking into a ball, but just allowing some forward and backward movement of the spine. Again. And one more time. And just kidding. One more time, bring your hands up. Leave your left hand up and right hand down. And now tilt over to one side. And now both hands come to the middle and go to the other side. And here we're opening up the sides of the body. Back and forth. You can tilt your head a little bit too, get a nice neck stretch if that feels good. And as you're getting warmed up, maybe you go a little bit farther each time. One more to each side. And now instead of going up, we're going to go across. So take your left hand and exhale. And back to the middle. Exhale. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the side. And again, as you're getting warmed up, you can start twisting a little more, looking behind you. I see some of you here using the chair as a prop to push and hold and pull, and that's great. Whatever works for you. And back to the center. And let's do some work on our shoulders. So we're going to do shoulder rolls, and I want to do them really slow. Break it down into moves. So first thing is bring your shoulders forward. And then up to your ears, and now back and down. And so forward, up with an inhale, back, exhale. And now that you've got that full movement, you can make it more into a circle. Oh. Inhale up, exhale down. And now we're going to exaggerate it a little bit. So take one arm and draw a circle with your elbow. So you're going to mirror me, use your left arm so we're all on the same side. So bring the elbow forward, elbow up, back, down, and around. If you want to stand up for this one, you're welcome to. Get into your back a little bit more. And just really mobilizing. This is called oiling the joints. And so, trying to think of the saying, a squeaky gate needs oil. So you do this regularly, you won't get as many squeaks. One more time. All right, and now let's do some wrist circles. Do 6 in one direction, and then go the other direction, and do that hand. And let's do one big shoulder stretch. Take that same arm that we've been working on and pull it across, and just kind of gently move your head around a little bit. And there's no particular way, just notice where you feel it. All of us probably get different stretches here. You can try just saying no, move your head back and forth, see how that feels, or yes, see how that feels. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. And bring that arm down. And now just pay attention to your two arms. This one feels very big and large to me, and this one feels a little malnourished. So what was the first thing that we did? Does anybody remember? Shoulder circles, thank you. I momentarily forgot. So elbow comes forward, up, back, and around. So you're really stretching when your elbow comes forward. Feel the stretch on the back, up, and then when it comes back, you're stretching out the front. And so it's really getting into that whole joint. And one more time. And now we go into wrist circles. And other direction. And then do that big stretch across. And I'm getting quite a stretch here, and then these muscles in the shoulder connect up into our neck. And so that's why mobilizing the neck a little bit can be good. And so a lot of aches and pains come from what we call chi stagnation, meaning that it's not freely flowing. And so moves like this and clean out the channels and get things flowing again. Back and forth, no or yes. See what feels good. And I realized we forgot the hand. Great. So let's do, now that we've kind of opened things up, let's do a little chi massage and tapping. So if you wear hearing aids, just leave them in, but just work around them. We're gonna start with our ears. So start with your ear lobes, and just, I'm using thumb behind and forefinger in front, and just massage the lobes. And then go up the spine of the ear. if you ever have a headache or you're having pain of some sort, this can be very helpful to just kind of take the edge off a little bit. It's a good thing to do. And now just pull and should feel good. Do this to your doggy. They love this. Okay, so now we're gonna do our, let's do the back of our head. So I'm gonna take my hands, put them on the back of my head, and then with my thumb, go right along the ridge of the occiput. That's the ridge of your skull. So you can be right on the skull if you want, or come down into the more fleshy parts and just look around for things that feel good, releasing. Sometimes it kind of refers to different parts of the skull, and so just going all along that bone, and then coming down to the shoulder. So take your left hand and find your right shoulder and just go across the top there. You can squeeze the whole muscle. You can just go from where it starts on the neck and then going across. You can find a tender spot and move your shoulder a little bit. And other side. Make sure you're breathing. Okay, oof, feels good. So now we're gonna do some, we've kind of opened that area up. Actually, let's do one more area. Find your sternum, that's the chest bone, and then there are muscles that attach right there. So just go right off your sternum where your ribs come in and just massage and massage. And for many of us, it's quite tender. Yeah. And then now we're gonna go across and kind of go across that whole muscle. That is your pectoralis, and it attaches here at the sternum and then goes all the way out to the arm. You can take the other arm out and then just massage, and then make sure you do both sides. A lot of us spend a lot of time with our shoulders rounded forward on the keyboard, driving, eating, and so it's really, these are tender on a lot of people because they get short and tight. All right, so we've opened up and now we're gonna get the chi flowing. So tapping, you're gonna mirror me, right hand out, and then tap down the forearm across the elbow, and then over and up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Make sure you get the shoulder and the top of the shoulder, and then pick a different path down. And then over and up. And then one more time. Now I'm going closer to the pinky line. And over and up and back to the chest. Inhale. All right, other side, hand goes out, down the arm, turn it over, up that outside. Get the shoulder joint, the top of the shoulder, open up that palm again, come down, up the outside. And one more time. And up the outside. Whew, I'm feeling warm. I can feel, that means the chi is flowing. So we're gonna do our legs now. I'm gonna stand up to do those. You can do it seated if you would like. We're gonna go down the back of the legs, up the inside, down the side of the legs, up the inside, and then down the front of the legs. So if you wanna stand, you're welcome to. If you wanna continue sitting, that's fine too, whatever works for you. So let's start with our low back, and you can rub up and down on the spine. You can tap if you like, just kind of bringing some circulation to that area in whatever way feels good to you. And now we're gonna start on the back of the legs. So tapping down the back of the legs and then coming over to the inside. Make sure you get the inside of the knees and then coming up. And now we're going to go down the outside, the inside, and then down the front of the legs. The inside. So that's a wonderful, we've been going about 25 minutes and we've warmed up the joints and got things flowing and tapped all over so the circulation is moving. So that's a good warm up. So let's just end this sequence by smoothing out the channels. So you can do this seated. We're gonna inhale, and as my hands come up, they're gonna join, and then come down the back of the head, along the back of the head, and down the middle. So we'll do that a few times. Inhale up, joining together, palms come together, swoop down, and then come down that front center channel. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now we're going to smooth the arms. So palm out, we're going to go down the inside and up the outside, and just very gentle, bringing loving awareness to your skin and muscles. A few more times, and just try to cover all the tissue there. And rubbing the palms together, and other side, down the in, up. A few more times. And then down the outside of the legs and up the inside. And that's a larger surface area. So just, it's like you're putting lotion on, just covering different pathways. Should feel very warm, reassuring. And one more time. Wonderful, great. So we've really warmed up. I'm feeling quite warm, and we'll move into our flowing movements. And I think for the first round, we'll do some of the healing sounds, which I've explained in class before, are just really a way to kind of reset our nervous system, just another another way to reset our nervous system. And so let's start out. We'll start out with a movement called opening the flow. And so if you are seated, have both feet flat on the floor and an upright spine. If you are standing, have a nice wide enough stance. If I'm like this, I'm a little tippy, and so if I'm a little bit wider, I'm much more stable. And then knees are not locked out, they just have a slight bend in them. So my hands face my thighs, and just slowly float the hands up and float the hands down. And we just go back and forth, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. And hands are very relaxed, and really invite you to pay special attention to your hands moving through the space, the back of the hands, the palm of the hands. Just what are you feeling? What do you notice? And now we're going to clear the space around us in the 6 directions. So hands come to the chest and then push forward and then back to the center and then out to either side, back to the center and then down. Floating the hands up to the chest, forward, back to the center, out to either side, putting the hands on a cloud, floating them down. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more time. Beautiful. Yesterday afternoon, I was at a Qigong workshop with my teacher and 450 people on Zoom all around the world. And the theme was really about creating a personal protection space for yourself, your own energy field. And he used the example, I just love this. We're going to end with a meditation of how there's a candle, and then there's the firm candle. We're the candle. But then a candle puts off light and heat. And so it's like sometimes when we talk about energy, people think it's like, ooh, woo woo, or, but energy is real. And there's the candle, and you don't have to touch the candle to feel the heat. It has a sphere around it. And so when we're doing these energy exercises like this, we're really clearing our sphere where we can project our own light and decide what enters and what doesn't. So just kind of keep that image in mind as we go through some of these. So we'll do our 5 element flows, and we'll start out with the metal element, which is housed in our lungs. And if you're a visual person, each element has a color. I'll try to remember to tell you the color for the metal element. As you inhale, you can inhale a bright, pearly, luminescent white. So hands are going to be, no, let's do this one. Hands out here, and you can do these seated or standing, whatever feels best to you. And inhale that luminescent light into your lungs. Hands turn over, thumb and index connect, and we exhale. And let's do the healing sound for a few rounds as we exhale. It's inhale through the nose. Exhale. And just imagine any stuck chi in your lungs leaving. Could be like a cloudy gray smoke. Inhaling that bright inspiration. Releasing any grief, sadness. Quiet now. And let's be silent now. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. The metal element is connected with our lungs, so it is about breathing and inspiration, but it's also more of that metaphysical connection with inspiration. What inspires you? Two more times. And one more time. Hands on a cloud, floating down. So we're going to move into the water element. Sometimes we do this one, the fountain. Today we're going to do something called Zen circles. And so if you're seated in a chair, you're going to want have your knees nice and wide to make space for yourself. So you're going to mirror me, take your right hand and put it where you comfortably can. So traditionally, it's here on the kidney, but if that's hard on your shoulder, you can have it on your low back. If that's hard for you, or you're sitting in a chair that doesn't allow you to do that, you can just have it anywhere. And now with your left hand, we're gonna hinge forward a bit and then scoop up water. And I'm twisted a little bit so you can see my shoulder comes across. And now I'm gonna come central, and then this hand, palm out, goes out and around. So we're making a big Zen circle, scooping up water, depositing it into our deepest reservoir. The water element is really about our true nature, the essence that we were born with.
Color? What color? Color, blue.
Color, thank you. I was hearing voices, but I wasn't connected. I thought it was Siri talking. It's blue. Inhaling blue. Letting that blue vitality nourish each and every cell, going deep into your bones. And next time your hand is here, bring this hand out. This hand now, your left hand, goes behind or here, whatever is comfortable for you, and opposite direction. So turning the spine, facing towards your right, and then hinging forward, inhaling, exhaling. In through the nose, out through the nose. Make sure the jaw is relaxed. Once you have the movement, if you want to close your eyes and feel the flow, you can. Go as slow as you can. 3 more times. See if you can slow it down. And really connect with that water. Last one. Hands come up together onto a cloud.
Can I ask a question?
Can you save it for after? Thank you. So we'll move to our wood element, and very often the wood element is the image of a tree is used. So what do you love about trees? They're grounded and rooted. The wind can blow. If they're rooted and stable, they can be flexible. They offer shade. They offer oxygen. They reach and grow. And so that's why we practice Qigong. We cultivate these virtues within ourself. And so this is emulating that tree. So the color is green as you inhale. The energy of wood is that it grows, it expands, it's expansive, it's courageous. The emotion that's associated with it, the positive emotion, is generosity and courage. And the flip side of that is wood energy gets irritable, impatient, angry if it can't get what it wants. And so moving can be very beneficial to keep things moving. So let us do our trees. So your hands are going to face each other, and you are going to turn from your hips and waist to your left. And then connect with your big toe. Hands are very relaxed and soft. We're tracing the liver meridian. So up from the big toe, up the leg, up the side of the body, through the throat, eyes, brain, out the top of the head. And notice I'm still facing the other side. When my hands get up here, my fingers are pointing down towards the crown. I turn back towards the middle and go out and around. Other side. Inhaling up the side of the body, throat, eyes, brain, out the top of the head. Exhaling down. So let's do some, let's get some irritation and impatience flowing with a healing sound. So for the wood, it's shh, like you're shushing somebody, all right? So we'll inhale up through the nose. When we get here, we turn and shh. Let's do the sound, but a little softer. Now just a whisper. And now quiet. As you inhale the energy up, feel your roots going down. Hands relaxed. to each side. And coming down. Let's do a standing or sitting posture, whatever feels better for you, that will hold in silence for about a minute. And so get yourself into a tree posture. If you're standing, really make sure your weight is equal on both sides. If you're sitting, spine is upright. This is called embracing a tree. And so my hands are here, kind of at the level of my diaphragm, fingers pointing towards each other. Thumbs are up, but there's no tension in them. We're gonna hold this for about a minute. Make sure your shoulders, everybody here looks good. Shoulders are down. And then if during this time your arms get tired, just give them a break and then reset when you're ready. And so we'll just hold this and just really feel into that tree energy, roots going down, trunk firm and stable, branches extending far and wide, giving off that oxygen freely. If your mind wanders, come back to your breath. And really feel the energy moving through your limbs. Just for the last 10 seconds, I'll invite you just to open your eyes and be present and feel your strength and stability and your rootedness. And gently dropping the arms, moving a little bit if you need, tree branches swaying. Yeah, just move in any way that feels good to you. All right. We are going to move on to our fire element. Very often we do cloudy hands. Today we're going to do one that's more about our personal space, so I have to remember how this goes. Okay, so start with your right arm upright and your left hand pointing at the elbow. Great, everybody looks really good. What we're doing, this is the heart meridian, starts in your heart and then comes down the inside of your arm. For a moment, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Feel how that feels. Couldn't hold that very long, right? Now just bring them down. Now I can hold that. So we are going to twist, turn from the hips and waist to your left. And now this hand, your left hand is going to come up and the right hand's going to push out. So you're like shielding. And now we're going to go back to that intro, but other side. And now we're going to turn, and then your right hand's going to go on top and left hand's going to push out. So that's the basic pose. So we float down, right hand up, left hand pointing, creating that heart shield. Inhaling to the center, exhaling to the other side. The color for the fire element is a range. If you run cold, you can inhale a bright, fiery red. If you run hot, make it a light pink. And let's do a healing sound. Inhaling. Now to a whisper. And quiet. And just feel your hands floating through, reinforcing your field of protection. One more to each side. Coming to the center, hands on the cloud, coming down. Last element is our earth element, which is here in our center. And we've done pebble in the pond before. We're gonna do that same thing, but we're gonna do it one hand. Oh.
Stop. Stop.
It's a new doggie on campus. She's making healing sounds. Yeah.
She can stop now.
All right, so you're gonna mirror me, left hand down at the level of your belly button, and now I'm gonna turn from the hips and waist and go out and around and come back. And now this other hand is on top, and we're gonna go out and around and come back. And so we just alternate hands. Follow with your left hand, big circle, coming back, and then switching hands now with your right hand. And again, this field of protection in front, behind, to the left, to the right, above and below. Exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Let your hands be really relaxed. Feel them moving through the air. Retaining your center. One more. Coming back to the center. And we'll end with a healing sound. It's just a kind of all-purpose healing sound. Hands go up and then and just, we'll do this many times. And just letting golden sun rays pour down, cleaning, cleansing, washing away. Few whispers. And now quiet. One more time. Hand over the belly. Feet closer together. And just savoring this feeling, body, mind, and spirit in alignment. And we'll end with a short guided meditation. If you want to do a standing meditation, you're welcome to. If you want to sit down, you are welcome to. So just settling in to an upright posture, taking a moment, finding a comfortable position, making sure your jaw is relaxed, allowing your eyes to softly close, and tuning into your breath. Feel the weight of your body supported by the ground beneath you. And long, slow, deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out through the nose. And in your mind's eye, imagine a beautiful candle with a flame that's steady, softly flickering. And notice the warm golden light it gives off. Maybe you see an aura around it or a ring. Feel that gentle heat and glow creating a circle of light all around. And with your breath, breathe in the warmth and safety of this light. And on your exhale, breathing out anything heavy or unwanted, just letting it dissolve into the flame. Heat can be very transformative. With each breath, see this light growing a little brighter, a little warmer. Spreading outward, surrounding you in this comforting, protective field. And we'll just rest here now quietly for a minute. And staying in this inner meditation, just open your awareness to others that have joined together at this time. We have 12 of us here in the room. We have 9 people online. And just feeling our bright light and warmth together, creating a bigger field. And putting your attention on that, and we can amplify it and direct it to anyone, anywhere, someone in your family, circle of friends, in your community. Could be yourself, could be big groups of people. And let's just do that together. And keeping your attention inward, invite you just for this last part to gently open your eyes and letting this light shine through your eyes, a warm smile. And we'll end class as we always do, dedicating the merit of our practice. If you'd like to join me, the words are, may the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. May the merit of our practice benefit all beings and bring peace. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
So beautiful to be together. Reminder that I